Hello everyone,အားလုံးပဲမင်္ဂလာပါကျွန်တော်ရဲ့ Pre-Intermediate English class ကနေပြီးတော့ကြိုဆိုပါရစေ Welcome to Business English Pre-Intermediate class. So today we're going to talk about the planning. So as we have already discussed about the planning during the previous week. We talked about the different components of the planning and about the I have already give you the homework about some exercise from reading and also about some exercise about the grammar points. So I hope you guys already did it. So today we're gonna talk about the listening session. So a listening session is always composed of different partitions, as you have already known in the textbook. So let's have a look. So on page 84, so you will see the listening part. How important is planning? How important is planning? So in this listening, CD 2.0, Jian Sander is a business consultant and the author of Unplan Your Business. In the first part of the interview, he answered this question: how far ahead should business plan? Listen and complete these notes. So you have to fill up the notes. And then you have to listen first. You have to pay attention to the recording, and then you have to note down. And then it's very not very difficult, but you have to be very careful, and you have to be careful about any details on the listening parts. So I hope you guys will get the correct answer. Let's try as much as you can. If you don't get the answer correctly for the first time, you can try another time. You can try later, and then one or two or three times, and then you get the answer. I hope you guys are already being very good in listening part as well. So let's try at least one to three times, and then you will get the correct answer. I hope so. Let's listen to the recording.
Unit 9. Planning. Track 30.
How far ahead should businesses plan?
I think that depends on the size of the business. If you're a business that has a commitment from a client for 3 years, you have a 3-year contract, it makes sense to have a 3-year plan because you can project forward those revenues. You know that relationship will be in place, and you can make some assumptions about what you need to do as a business in order to deliver the requirements of that contract. But I think for a lot of other businesses, 3 years is a long time. For a lot of smaller businesses, new businesses entering the market, especially in technology, for instance, when who knows what trends are going to come into play next month, new software, new platforms, you really can't have a 3-year plan. For me personally, I like the idea of a 3-month plan because it feels very manageable. I'm not guessing. And I think that is the problem with business planning. It can sometimes be business guessing.
And then on session B, so you have to listen to the second part, and then you have to complete the audio script. So you will see a paragraph with different gaps from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have to fill the gaps with by listening to the recording. So you guys pay attention to the listening and then complete the gap. So I hope you will get the answer for this time too. It's not very difficult. Let's try.
Unit 9. Planning. Track 31.
What are the best business plans you know?
I think the best business plans are ones that are simple and flexible enough to take into account changing markets and changing situations. Any plan that is too fixed or too set in stone becomes very unwieldy because it can't accommodate economic changes, market changes, technology changes.
Oh, okay. So and then the section C is about the different meaning of the vocabulary. In the section you have filled up in the section B, in some of there will be 5 answers. So one of the answers mean ability to change easily. Ability to change easily. One of the answers will be ability to change easily. So you have to write it down as a note on another paper. I don't know. You can note down on this book as well. And then another 2 words refer opposite words. So you mean like one word is like small, another word is like big. But for this time, this is like about the planet. So you have to try the different definitions of the opposite definition of 2 words, and then you will get the answer. So this is for the section C. And then for the section D, so you have to listen to the final part of the interview, and then you have to answer 3 questions. So this is always this is the same as in section C. You can note it down on your different papers, or you can note down on this book. This is up to you. And then number 1 is about what is it important for entrepreneurs to do. Number 1 is about what is it important for entrepreneurs to do. Number 2 is about Ian talked about the entrepreneur he met recently. What business had the entrepreneur set up? The main question is, what business had the entrepreneur set up? Number 3 is about why did the entrepreneur eventually succeed? Number 3 is about why did the entrepreneur eventually succeed? You have to listen to the recording, and then you have to make a note of those answers, and then I hope you guys will get the correct answer for this time too.
Unit 9. Planning. Track 32.
Can you think of a business plan that failed?
Yes, I think there are thousands of business plans that have failed because you're not always going to get it right. Entrepreneurs and business owners cannot predict the future. And I don't think that's a bad thing that the business plans fail. I think it's important that we as entrepreneurs learn lessons. And if something's not right, we can adapt it. So I think failure is not a bad thing. I mean, I can think of an entrepreneur I met recently who has set up a very successful international web-based business where entrepreneurs and startups can create business cards very cost effectively. Now, when he was planning that business, he planned a previous version of it, and the previous version failed. And it was his lessons that he learned in that failure that led him to create version 2, if you like, which has been enormously successful. And I said to him, well, could you have ever anticipated or planned for what is the success now? And he said, well, no, because I was focused very much on something else. But I learnt my lessons, it didn't work, and now we created something else. So great. He is a success because he failed, you know, that's fine.
So now for number E, it is not about the listening, it is about your opinions. What are the advantages and disadvantages of writing a business plan? So you have to make another note about what do you think about having a business plan, that the advantages of having a business plan and the disadvantages of having a business plan. This is your opinion. This is not about this is not just about the listening. So I hope you guys can get whatever you like. You can make a note and you can set up. So I hope this will also be very easy for you, because you guys already have the experience of working in the business environment for a long time. So I hope you guys get this answer as well. So number D is about tell each other about, and then you have already filled up all the listening parts from A to D on page number 84. I hope you guys already get the correct answer. What you have to do is you have to complete by handwriting on this exercise, and then you have to make a photo You have to take your camera, you have to get a picture with your camera, and then you have to send it to me via Messenger or personal messenger. Don't send it into the group. Instead, you have to send it by your personal account to me, and then I will check the answer. I will give comments when we meet on coming Saturday. So this is all about today's video. So what I have mentioned is that I have mentioned on page 84 about the listening session from A to E. This is your homework, and then you have to send it to me via Messenger by taking a picture. So I hope you guys get the point. So don't forget to do your homework as well. So thank you for your attention, and bye bye, and see you on Saturday. Bye bye.